To all new subscribers, thank you very much for whatever prompted you or indeed inspired you to subscribe to my channel. Now I've plenty of videos, so go through them at your leisure. They're wide and varied, many my interests, hobbies and pastimes I get into. So don't be shocked if you come across stuff that's not related to why you subscribe. Just stay subscribed, because with planetary movements, and that might be strange to some of you, but I study astrology and other arts as well. Everything has a season, as I'm sure some of you will know. So if a day, like an acting video or piano or guitar or a bit of craft or something, it's all part of what's going on. So thanks for staying with me this length of time. But for this video here, it's on engineering, right? It's an invention I come up with for, it's not been tested to my knowledge, right? But it's a theory I've got with free energy from magnets. So if you want to click off, click off. But if you want to stay, then I'm going to go through the process of the design and the theory behind it. So stay with me and I'll explain it. And the initial reason for it and the application. So, say you've got a disc here, right? And you've got a disc here. Right, I'll try and get that a bit more in. Right, well, say you save two discs, right? Two discs, maybe a foot and a foot, 12 inches, say, in diameter, right? 12 inches, no matter, for the purposes of the video, right? So then, here we have maybe a 1 inch magnet, right? A flat 1 inch magnet, like that, right? Maybe 2 mil thick, right? Mounted onto this plate, right? That plate there, so that's it there, that's it mounted, right? But it'll come right to the edge, right? Enough so, now you all know when magnets come together, there's a polarity that'll repel them. I'm sure you've all done that with magnets as kids. When you put them together, they don't want to stick, right? In that involuntary or voluntary movement that the magnets make, there's free energy made, if you understand, right? So the principle behind this is to set out these magnets between the free energy that's conducted. I'm not going to go in them all, right? I'll just give you an example, and there'll be the same on here as well, right? So that's the magnets, and they're all the way around, the disc, right? Everywhere around it, right? Now, then, of course, there'd be a hole drilled in the middle. So what you would have then is the two discs, right, wee bit apart for the free energy, right? Then with the magnets mounted on top, right, like I showed you here, the magnets, this is just a flat version of it, right? You'd have a magnet spaced out, right? With like a bolt, let's just say a bolt or a pin coming down, right? Maybe not come down that far because you don't want it to wobble off or whatever. But you'd have that coming down a bit, right? That's meant to be a straight pin, by the way. You'd have that coming down, right? Then say whatever's safe for it to come down to, right, see that's a bottom plate, we'll call it, right? That's a bottom plate there, right? So what you've got happening here is the magnets are making an involuntary movement, and as they're doing that, if you set one going that way, round that way, that disc, right, going round there, and that disc going the opposite way, right, one will be positive and one will be negatively aspected, right? And what will happen is that as they naturally want to connect, right, the magnets that want to connect but can't will be pulled to the next magnet, if you understand. So I'll show you. It'll be more detailed, right? So you've got these magnets coming around this way, right? And in between that one, wanting to stick to that one pulls it, right? And that one goes round there, if you know what I mean. See, that's the other magnets, right? I don't know if I've drew it very good. I'm not wanting to spoil that one. So, this is a disc, right? This is a disc. And that's the other disc. They wouldn't be that close unless they had to be, right? As I says, it's not been tested. So you've got the discs here. And as that one comes round and automatically wants to connect to that one. Now, here in a theory is going to be the problem in theory, right? Is that magnet and that magnet, when they get down there, just stick, right? So I reckon with a wee bit of propulsion, just a wee push to ignite it, right? To get it started. But in doing that, you're going to encounter the wear and tear of the pins and the plates, right? So you would have them on ball bearings. So you'd have wee ball bearings housed here and here in like a bracket or something, right? Or a wee housing, right? Say like one of these things you get, they're round like that and they're all ball bearings, right? And that stops wear and tear and it'll be set in there, right? So you've got that one there and that one there, and it's tightened because that one's not going anywhere. It doesn't need to go anywhere. It'll not wear out, right? So they're going round. Now, something's just occurred to me, right? And I'm going to need to guess a bit more thought. If it's going round like that, and round like that, and that one's there, and that one's there, and that one's there, and that one's there, that one's there, that one's there. That's going away. So the space in between these, right, has to be precision set at a biting point of the magnetic pole, right, which I've named in previous drawings as a magnetic biting point, right. So as your MBP, your magnetic biting point, which occurs here between magnet to magnet. If you can offset the pole to that one, even by increasing the magnitude of this magnet beside it, that's it. That's just came. Thanks very much. Now, if you offset the magnetic strength in a magnet side by side, then it's going to give you perpetual energy, right? Now, my idea for the perpetual energy was for a car, right? Just a basic car, right? I'm trying to not make it look like Homer Simpson's car that he done. Remember that one? Right, so say you've got a car here, but this car was to fly, right? So this magnet here would be the engine, right? The two magnet plates would be the engine, again with the offset magnetism of each piece to get it to give you perpetual energy, right? So how do we get to perpetual energy? That's simple. Here in it we attach a dynamo, right? You all remember dynamos for your bikes when you were weans. So say there's a dynamo there and it's threaded into the plate. So every time that goes round, there's a current made. So you'd have a wee current storer or a battery or something, right? So that would be placed into the engine, right? You imagine the two plates here and a wee engine. That's the engine there, right? And that's all it weighs, right? So the car could be quite light and distribute. You could have more room in it for other people. You could have 4 people in it, right? And right, you could have 4 people in it. Now, as that's running on perpetual engine and going to the rotor blades or whatever, how are you going to control this is a problem, because you've got perpetual turning. Easy. There'll be an on-off switch inside here, right? An on-off switch where you stop the turnings of the magnets, right? You could have a lever in here which slides, and when the lever's pressed, it draws out this whole thing would move away from the magnet, right? That would be set here and set here. That's barrier to again when it's going back to conduct again. But when it's moving back away, it releases, right? So that gives you control over the engine. Then you would have solar panels here. You'd have solar panels to get even more energy. And because it doesn't weigh up much, you could have batteries in here, right? Electric batteries. Again, under it, but over it, you could have the solar panels, right? Every surface could have solar panels, even the sides of it, right? So that was the idea, to get from free energy to the car, which I was trying to design, which is based on a drone, you know, but it's a car that it would take off and fly. And this could be implemented, right, through domestic, commercial, industrial industries through the world. Stop fossil fuels altogether. Never mind bankers or whatever with their investments, or investors worrying about their future return on fossil fuels. I think we'll all agree the planet's a bit more important, is it not? So with this invention, right, I'm sharing it here. I don't care about who's going to implement it or do it. I know, me and God knows that I invented it, right? And that's enough for me. If the world can benefit from it, I've done my job. But this is a solution to ending fossil fuels. Thank you. And thanks for staying with me. I should get back to my usual stuff, my music and wee forums and that. You've just got to take me as you find me. And if you've got an open mind and that's the way you are, then you're more than welcome here on my channel. Alright, thanks very much. Bye bye.